Dungeon rating, baby. Ooh, nothing like a good old dungeon rating. Playing a good RPG, creating your class, or just going into your first dungeon, not knowing what to expect. Revived corpses, spiders, insects, mysterious creatures, puzzles to solve, traps to avoid. It's always that first feeling when you go to your first dungeon. It's forever, man. I don't remember the first dungeon I went to into a video game. And I mean an actual RPG. And believe it or not, I don't really play that many American RPGs, so I don't know much about exploring those kind of dungeons since, Elder Scrolls and stuff. But I need to play other stuff, like, that Baldur's Gate 3. But on with the review of the connection between the Goblin Slayers party and the Heroes party. It's funny how the Heroes party is just three girls, three young girls. None of them are beast or elf or dwarf, just three young human girls is saving the world, just having a fun time with it. While you see the Goblin Slayers full of a lizard man who's probably God knows how old he is, an elf girl who lived for 1,000 years, a dwarf, and two humans. And they're doing all the dirty work so they can have the easy adventure. Goblin Slayers sacrifice. They are carried on the shoulders of Goblin Slayers party. Anything they do it helps them out in a little way that makes things better. And after watching this episode, that's a definitely yes right there. Because from the tomes to the clearing out the sewers to even having a gate that made goblins fall from the sky, it allowed their quest to be easy so that thing would eat up the goblins and only become intelligent based on the things it eats and devours. And luckily for us, goblins are not that smart. They only imitate. They mimic. So because of that, it wasn't that smart. And it made those three heroes have such an easy job doing their stuff. While on the other hand, Goblin Slayer, they are professionals, but they have to stay on their toes a lot more when things are happening. Like everyone's planning like how many potions, how many spells, how many arrows they got, which way they should go, should they sneak, how should they do this, flooded gates, peer out raid. Everyone knows their roles, rethinking their strategies, all that stuff. Even counting how many enemies are in the room, just in case something goes down. So when they take down the enemies, they know that everyone's down, and that's good. Not a lot of people have those kind of members in their party where someone who analyzes the area. So Goblin Slayer in a way is like a scout person as well, because he counts what's inside the room. He checks for traps, and that's kind of what a scout does. Surveillance, and he's pretty damn good at it, if I say so myself. And because of that, we were able to get this clear way of how you exterminate creatures. Of course, there's possibility of creatures hiding somewhere, but that's just a variable. You don't know. Now, seeing a goblin priest, man, a goblin priest, and I guess the three options was for this princess was mating, marriage, or sacrifice. And it seems like they were going to sacrifice her, man. And I did enjoy the honesty of the priest. I guess she didn't get her clothes back, but more like, I guess her outfit isn't that special. She can get this outfit anywhere based on the class she has. So that's pretty interesting. So I thought she would have to wear, something new. To speak of something new, I am disappointed in this freaking kingdom. You are off to save the princess in a very dangerous dungeon, and you don't give these people any equipment at all to have to give them the advantage, the upper hand, or anything. Like, what the? I know this is an RPG quests and stuff. You get your reward afterwards, but still, you are a kingdom, man. Come on, you should be preparing these people for something, anything. But no, they just you guys go on with your own stuff. Nah, you. Even the freaking sword saintress helped out a little. Like, come on, man. That ticked me off a little. I was hoping they would have some gear or some weapons, anything, but no, just off a little way. I swear. Mm. The appreciation, man. But anyways, I think that's just me. I guess it is more realistic to a dungeon quest where you do go on with your own gear when you do a quest. But this is reality, man. Their reality, technically. But I guess I'll stop venting about that. Now, I enjoyed the priestess' honesty when it came to the princess. She was the elf girl talking to her, saying, "You probably don't really care what happened to her because she did you dirty." And I don't like that in a way. Usually, the priest kind of character where they're just so forgiving and they just let anything slide and stuff. Because they have to be so nice, that anime cliche that I can't stand, to be honest with you. Like, even if someone did you wrong, you're an understanding person, you gotta be more firm with yourself. Prove that, hey man, you did something very stupid, you got me scolded for it. So I enjoyed how, in the priest's mind, she was like, yeah, I kind of don't care for this person much. Even if she is a princess, she buttered me up, manipulated me, and then stole my clothing and my gear. And now this happens. Yeah, I will be upset too. And I'm glad she is. I'm glad they didn't make her too cliche about that part, you know. And another thing about the priestess that she mentioned is how come her first times when venturing in anything is always to the extreme. You know, her first time adventuring into a goblin's cave, it was extreme. Her first time going to one of the big cities to clear up goblins and sewers, it was extreme. Or how about the one time in the movie, in another extreme? Every time she goes the first time on certain quests, it's always to the extreme. Even to the wedding, man. Ambushed by goblins. Going inside abandoned castles, laying out goblins. It was extreme. And now her first dungeon is a very deadly dungeon. The Dungeon of the Dead. It is extreme. Her first times are never easy, man. But hey, think about it, the experience she's going to get after this, man. She's going to be like, man, my first time all the time were hardcore level, man. Nothing can top me, man. I am the boss itself up in this shit, man. And when you think about it, yeah. So, and that's how it is sometimes for some characters in video games where they're forced to go to the hardest areas, levels at a very low level, a very low level, but they're surrounded by higher party members, and they just level up quickly, quickly. That's one thing you like about parties is you'll be a low level and you'll see a very humble party will take you in, and you'll just level up really fast, man. Those are the lucky ones. So I guess in a way, the priestess is a lucky one. So clearing out the goblins didn't seem as difficult as I thought it was. I don't know, man. I think I was expecting more because you're watching the opening to this every time the show starts up, and you see things that I was hoping to see in this episode. Who was this guy with the sword who had the burning eyes like Goblin Slayer? What was with the giant beast that I was hoping to see? The opening really hyped me up like this was going to happen, but I don't see it happening. We only have one episode left, so what's up with that, man? Kind of disappointed. Like, they're going to show us at the very end or something. Like, who was that guy with the samurai sword? I could have sworn he was from one of the Goblin Slayer Gaiden stories. I could be wrong, but it's been a while. But anyways, that's I gotta say about that. One episode left. I'm definitely enjoying Goblin Slayer Season 2 more than Season 1. But at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed with the landing, I would say. It's not bad. It's not better than the first one. The first one was a lot interesting, where you had everyone teaming up, defending the village, and fighting off the goblins and stuff like that. It had more of an impact. This one is they're on a journey, but I guess there's a reason to that. So I understand, I guess. But anyways, that's like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, of course, hit that bell icon. This is the background on Madme. Signing out.